r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. What is something that is way less dangerous than people think it is? Strangers. Most of the violent crimes you hear happen between acquaintances. The Bermuda Triangle, particularly with modern navigation equipment. Flying. People who have no or few friends. Most of the time they're either weird, shy, socially awkward, quiet, or simply just prefer to be alone. Swimming after eating. I used to fully believe I would drown in seconds if I didn't wait a full hour before getting back in the water. In terms of how much we thought it would affect us, probably quicksand. Nuclear power. MSG. Trick-or-treating on Halloween. Kids are not getting poisoned by candy from strangers. There's exactly one case of that happening, and it was the kid's dad who did it. As someone I met once said, "No way is anyone putting drugs in trick-or-treat bags, much too expensive." Sharks. Fewer yearly deaths because of sharks than freaking vending machines. Public transportation. It's insanely safe by number of miles traveled, and most of the security issues come with too few people using it. Chicago. They're barely even in the top 100 most dangerous cities anymore, 98th. And yet they're still the default example of a dangerous city in a lot of people's minds. Turning the light on in the car. I'm slapping anyone who turns on the dome light while I'm driving. Seriously. I know my dad told me it was illegal for the same reason I tell my kids it's illegal. Because it's annoying. Flashing your high beams at someone who doesn't have their headlights on at night. I've done it hundreds of times and I've never been gang-style assassinated. Asbestos. People act like one small exposure and it's a death sentence. The original studies that determined the regulations were on Korea. 20+ years experience, asbestos insulation workers who used no PPE or engineering controls and were literally engulfed in friable asbestos 8+ hours a day. Even among that group, the rate of lung disease was 10 times above general population. Smoking increases your lung disease rate to 25 times general population, yet people are way more afraid of a tiny one-time asbestos exposure. I'm not saying asbestos isn't dangerous, just that people think it's way worse than it really is. Psychedelics. Not to say they are risk-free, but they are generally pretty safe. Edit. I'm not saying they are 100% safe for everyone. If you are psychotic, or have experienced psychosis, please consult with a medical professional before considering taking any substance. Reddit is not a medical professional. Marijuana. Honestly, I have cop friends who still try to convince me that it's a gateway drug. In the Netherlands I've seen the opposite. Me and my friends used to smoke a lot of weed. Eventually also using other drugs. But that wasn't necessarily the problem. The problem was addiction, which loads of us had to deal with. And a lot of other people I talked with too. Of course, it doesn't destroy your life as heroin or cocaine does. But saying it's harmless and not addictive is also not true. Sadly enough. I still think it's always best to decriminalize drugs and make way for education though. That way people can make educated decisions. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.